welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I hope everything is going great in your world. I hope everything is just perfect. Um, I have a lot really to report. It's been a lot happening, I think. Or does it just feel it to me? But as always, let's start with scripture. I use Psalm 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. I always say it, I always mean it. That scripture means so much to me. It's both a praise, it's a prayer, it's good stuff. You find so many good jewels in the Bible. Obviously, that's why we've got the word. Um, so it's a lot to catch everyone up on. Yes, I do seem sort of tired. I'm sort of tired. It's been, I don't know, I've been sort of busy and with radiation, and then my blood keeps sort of not behaving well. So I feel tired, I think, because of that. And then I have to have radiation in one place, and then an hour away, I have to have my blood checks and my shots. And then I'm still 45 minutes from home. So it's an hour and about 20 minutes in one direction, another hour in the other direction, and then 45 minutes in another direction. So pretty much every day I cover a lot of the area. Fortunately, it's a beautiful area. So let's see, everything to catch up on. I had mentioned right out the gate that my concern with this much travel was that I probably would run the risk of meeting one of those fine young folks that wear cute little uniforms. And I'm glad it happened sooner than later because it already happened. Yeah, it's a little area on the road where the speed limit, it changes from 68 drops to 55, drops to 45, then springs back up to 60. I know you're thinking that I didn't slow down quick enough. You're wrong. I slowed down, right? It's just that on the other side, I accelerated too quick. So I was already, when I hit the sign that said 60, I was already going 60, which meant that I was climbing in the 45-mile zone. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. And everyone I've told about it, they're like, I know where you're talking about. I've been stopped there too. But I only got a warning, thank goodness. Yay. And I don't know what made him just give me a warning. Maybe the Christmas music I was already playing made him feel festive, maybe. But yeah, it's already playing some Christmas music. And let's see, yeah, my blood is not, it's not bouncing back really quick. I almost didn't get this last chemo treatment because my blood is being sort of slow to bounce back, and it's leaving me, my white blood cell counts are staying really low, and that puts me at risk for catching something or another. Yeah, not looking to catch anything. So it's keeping my world really small, but I did go out yesterday after radiation with my sister and a gal pal and her kids and one of my kids, and we went out to eat, and then we went to the mall. It's the first time I've been to a mall in years, but it was nice, and the mall was mostly empty, so I wasn't paranoid if it was very, the restaurant also was pretty empty. If anything gets kind of crowded, I get kind of panicked, and I'm like, I don't want to catch anything. But other than that, chemo's going well. It's not as hard on me as the other type was. So that part's good. The other one, I didn't realize it as much in the moment, but it was making me pretty sick. This one, Toxil is a lot easier on me. And I've talked with other people, and they didn't have any huge complaints either. So that's good. Um, you're just like, gee, is it really working then? Hope so. I don't know. And then radiation. It's strange how radiation is working. Um, it's become all, we all sort of seem to get assigned time slots. So I'm seeing the very same women every morning, and we're sort of getting to know each other and kidding with each other. You know, it's one woman that one day last week, after she had been on, we call it the breast machine. Probably not what it's really called, but yeah. But all of us are there for the same thing. So she had been treated, and after she was treated, no one was getting called back. So a lot of time had lapsed, and then finally, um, someone from one of the technicians came and said that things were getting delayed, that the machine was having some problems, and they had um, the technical services in there looking at it to try to fix it and that sort of thing. So from that point on, that I pestered that woman that she broke the machine and knocked everyone else off schedule. So like today, she came in, she was like, "I didn't break the machine this morning," but everyone is just getting to be friends. And the amazing thing is we're all there, and it's not really good circumstances, but all of us are so positive. I mean, we're all a little bit different, and we all have a slightly different story to tell, but the core of the story is the same story. But you have one woman with 5 young kids, and um, this is, she went kind of a holistic route a previous time with cancer, and she thought she was clear, and I don't know if she actually relapsed or it wasn't ever clear, but she didn't finish the typical treatment a number of years ago. I think she said either 2 or 3. So now she's undergoing the treatment all over again, and she's like, "That's I'm doing what they say." But she's a young mom with 5 young kids, and it's older women in there with grandkids, and it's just a variety of people, and we're all a little bit different. But again, the story's the same because we're all there because we have cancer, and everyone just seems so like I am in for this fight. All of us, every last one of us. I thought that I had, just lunged into this with just this really super positive attitude. And I'm not the only one. You see these women, and they got the same attitude I do. We're in it to win it. And that's that. And I always time it perfectly so that that clock is making noise. And this one could be a doozy because if I'm still, here, it's going to sound 12 times. Sorry. And one of the women today, Monday is her last day. And as she's leaving, she's like, "You know what? This is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss y'all. What does that say about my life?" But the thing of it is it's this thing that's bringing all of us there together, and it's this common thread that we're all sharing. And while we're sitting there waiting our turns, we're talking and we're learning things from each other. We're at various stages of this radiation, and some people are, they've got burns and it's blistered. And some of us just, one woman showed her burn, and it's a peculiar color of sort of reddish purple. And she said it really super itches. She's like, it doesn't really hurt, it just really, really itches. And I wouldn't have ever thought that itch would, it looked painful. It would just look, ouch. Right now, I've just got the day of treatment. I'll come home and notice it's just sort of barely pink. And I put my aloe on it, and by morning time, it's gone again. So mine's still doing fine. I do notice that kind of inside hurts, sort of like an overused muscle kind of a feeling. I mean, it's not painful, but it's noticeable. And, we talk about these things, and it's sort of like, and we all say the same thing, just because this happened to me, it doesn't mean it'll happen to you, but this is happening. And it lets you be aware that it could happen, and it might not happen, but it's still information that's shared. And if it does happen to you, you're not going to panic, because they've already been checked. They already had it. They've already been checked. They've already been told it's kind of standard, it's typical. I was talking to, I saw Lauren today. In fact, she did my treatment today. She's done it twice now. My little Lauren, and I saw Tasha for the first time. So I hadn't seen her since this began, and I finally got to see her today. So, and the strange thing with all of these women, well, one, they're all amazing women, all of them. I think that all of them I've seen so far, I've noticed that they've got the tattoo on their hands. So all of these women, just so that they can explain to us, have gotten a mark on their body for us. It's so unselfish. I'll make myself cry if I think too much about it. Such wonderful women. And all of them come a long way to get to that cancer center. They're all coming like at least an hour drive. And we're talking in the mountains too. So we're talking, soon it's going to be snow or freezing rain or things like that. And these women are so dedicated, and they love it there. That's where they want to be. And they're just, everyone that I've met has just been an amazing person that's working there. And, you expect, because personalities are personalities, it is what it is. And you expect to see someone that, I don't know, your personality just doesn't really mesh with. But honestly, all of these women have just been so amazing, so knowledgeable, so today I was laying there, getting my treatment, and like I said before, you do the little, they say something to the effect of, when you're ready, take a deep breath and hold it. And you know that you're going to hold it usually for about a 30 count. And it's sort of like once you've got the air in, because you have to breathe it in with your chest, not your diaphragm, which is sort of opposite of how you're being told that you should be breathing. But it's to get your chest away from your heart so that your heart's protected some. So it's like perfect right there. And, everything starts moving around you. And as I was laying there today, I was looking at the lights. It's blue lights flashing around me. It's a green grid that moves across me. It's a kind of a bright red light that I noticed that kind of makes like the pattern of a heart kind of on me. And as I'm laying there watching this, and I'm sort of counting at the same time because I'm holding my breath, and it lets you know yourself, roughly how long you've held it, and maybe how much longer you'll have to hold it. But I was also thinking, I have got so much to be thankful for. It. I just laid there thinking, it's just, and I was able to just name so many things that I was thankful for. Um, I rode in this morning. I had one of my kids with me. Um, my dog joined me. It apparently exhausted her because she's currently sleeping off the trip now because she was all kinds of busy and on duty. She managed to bark at a few vehicles, some livestock. She didn't actually make it that much fun. She kept wiping her nose on my arm. I'm not sure what that was about, but yeah, there was that too. But I don't know. It was just a beautiful drive in. It was a beautiful sunrise. It was fog on the fields, and you could see the cattle, black cattle, Angus, dotting the fields. So they were in that dense fog, and you could just see their dark outlines and their watchful donkeys with them. And it was a beautiful drive in. And, you just feel so blessed when you see things like that. And, you just end up thinking, I'm just so blessed. So that was like my thought of the day as I was laying there counting but not counting and thinking. And I was happy that I got to see Lauren and Tasha. And goodness, I see the same woman almost every day, and her name has just completely left my mind, and she's got a very pretty name. I'm sorry. You know who you are, though, and thank you. Yeah, I'll thank them every morning, but I have moved into a 9:15 time slot. So I'm there every morning at 9:15. And like I said, it's the same little group of us there every morning at the same time, talking, laughing, and actively making what someone could say is just a bad situation into a good situation. And that's a blessing too. And we know we're beginning to learn about each other's lives, and it's nice. And again, chemo's just sort of plugging along. I had a treatment on Wednesday, and this is my week off. So this will mean that this is the week that I'll get things done. Last Saturday, it wasn't that I was especially feeling it, but my farm was looking sad. So I went ahead and I cut my field. It's about 5 acres. And I was getting someone else to cut it part of the summer. And it's strange, no one's going to love your farm like you do. That's all I thought as I was cutting it and seeing things that weren't supposed to be cut down that were cut down. Like a lot of trees had been mowed over, and a lot of grass had been left. And no one's going to love your farm like you do. And it felt so good being out there loving my farm again. The mower did catch fire. That was fun. That was fun. I told one of my daughters that it caught fire because my rope was just too hot. That child rolled her eyes at me. She did that roll's eye thing, and then she walked away. Teens. At any rate, I got it all finished. It took me 2 days because, like I said, it caught fire, and then I was a little bit afraid to fiddle with it after that, but then we got brave and we cleaned it up and everything. Turned out that debris and such had actually caught fire, and that's all it was. And it didn't appear to damage the mower. Another praise, big praise. And that's the other thing. You know, you finish your week, and if you just slow down and you think, you have got so many praises that you've accumulated in your week. You just slow down and think about it and look at it. And there's just so many praises that if you just slow down and look, they're right there looking back at you. So I had a lot of praises. I felt good enough to cut. I didn't feel fabulous. I mean, I left the mower down in the field once it caught fire, and I walked back up to the house, and I was like, someone go get a car and come and get me. Because it was like, I was so weak by the time I got back to the house, but yeah, I made it. And that was a praise. But it's going quiet and better this time than it did the other time. I didn't realize how bad I felt. But this time I don't feel as bad. I am weak from time to time. I don't have an appetite at all because food absolutely tastes like nothing. But again, I got plenty of fluff to carry me, so I'm not concerned at all. If I lost some fluff or two, I'm okay with that. So, it's going good. And again, you meet so many people with the chemo too. I have great nurses in my cancer center. Amazing women again. So smart. I mean, with my blood, I'm getting a shot. My insurance didn't okay one shot, but it okayed a different shot, which doesn't work apparently as good as the other shot. But my nurse was like, I've been looking at your trends. Your body's not responding as well to the shot anymore. And I'm like, you go, girl, you're so smart. They're very smart. They make the situation easy. Both places, both the cancer center, the radiation is in a different cancer center, but they're part of the same group. It's just the town closest to me is so tiny, it can't carry a radiation center. So I go to another cancer center to get radiation. And both groups of people are just so sharp, so amazing to get to work with. And all of them are such blessings. And it's just hard to believe how amazing these people are. And I just can't sing their praises enough. And it makes it so much easier when you know that you're going to go into either place. You're going to see someone that is familiar with you. They're going to take some time to talk to you. Like I've decided every Friday I'm having a party because that means that I have got one more week behind me of radiation. So every Friday is Party Friday. So today they were talking about, where I should get next week party from. So it sounds like a good plan already. I'm like, I'm in. I'm sorry, y'all. This is going to be a 12 count. That was fun. I need to remember to turn it off, but I love hearing it, so I don't like to turn it off. But next Friday's party's already figured out. Lauren helped me figure that one out today. So that's all set. I'm anxious. It's going to be yummy. See, I sit here and I plan all of this food stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good. And unfortunately, I get it. And I'm like, does y'all's food taste like anything? Because mine doesn't. But it's good. That's good. Some things that are super duper tasty, I can taste it, but most things, not so much. Even things like right now, I'm drinking Cafe L'Orange. My sister gave it to me. Oh, I can taste it, and it is yummy. So, yay to the Cafe L'Orange. And I just wanted to touch base. I'm getting behind on my shows because I'm just really on the road, away from home almost all day long between driving from one place to the other and getting done whatever I'm supposed to get done at that clinic or physical therapy or whatever I'm doing. So I feel like I'm not home. And today I just had radiation and that was it. So I was able to get home pretty early and able to be with you, update you, offer you encouragement through your week. I know that everyone's got a challenge in their life, and I hope that you get through your challenges just as smooth as can be. I hope that you feel blessed. I hope that everything actually is going good in your life. And if you're in this cancer battle, you're not alone, and reach out to people for help when you need it. In fact, when my mower caught fire, one of my cousins was going to come over and finish my field for me, but I got it straightened out before I bogged him down with my field. I am someone that feels it's hard for me. I feel like I impose on people. So it is hard for me to ask for help. And one of my cousins calls me fiercely independent. So that might be true. But if I definitely need help, I'll reach out for it. At any rate, y'all have a good week. Oh, and Bessie's going to be back because the cold germ that was in the house is finally gone. So she's willing to actually come visit me again. So Bessie will be back and you'll see her soon. And she's got something. She's planning on telling me about something that she's got this big plan about. So we'll see what that ends up being. And thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate you joining me. Like and subscribe and ring the bell so that you know when I'm showing up, because I don't seem to have a schedule anymore. I used to sort of have a schedule. I show up now when I show up, if I'm lucky. So until we meet again, peace, peace,